And you can see around this FedEx office and around the corner where the ICE facility is, there is a lot of police on the scene right now. According to ICE Director Todd Lyons, who spoke this morning, he said it could be employees, it could be civilians that were visiting the facility. He said it could be detainees of those who were shot. He said at this point we are still working through all of that. But as Nick said, 3 shot at an ICE facility near the Dallas area. The shooter is deceased, according to Secretary Noem, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I want to bring in former NYPD officer Bill Stanton. We don't have a lot of details at this point. It's early, but you have to talk about, and the Secretary brought this up, the concerns and the clashes we've seen during some of the immigration enforcement and the threats ICE agents have received in carrying out their mission, and fear in the public at a crossroads, certainly right now. Your thoughts on what we know at this point?
Well, I shake my head at all this because I think it's unprecedented. Maybe in the 60s where we saw the riots on college campuses, except they use signs, bottles, etc. Now, today's version is bullets and terrorism, in my opinion, where law enforcement officials are specifically being targeted for doing nothing more than their job enforcing the law.
How do agents prepare to carry out their work, their mission, given the concern about those threats?
As we see certain politicians up the rhetoric with the violent talk, etc., this, in my opinion, this is putting people who are already on the fence, pushing them over by way of violence. And how does law enforcement deal with this? There is no simple answer. We talk about diligence, keeping your head on the swivel. Well, now exponentially so for law enforcement. It's tough enough for a cop, the men and women that don the uniform, that go undercover, et cetera, to do their job. Now knowing there are outside forces specifically targeting them to assassinate, to harm, to maim, it makes their job that much harder.
Again, we don't know the circumstances of this shooting and exactly who was shot. We just know 3 people at an ICE facility, so we're working to gather more of that. Talk about the role, Bill, of local police, whether it be in Dallas or Chicago or in New York, where you have worked, when it comes to immigration enforcement and working with federal agents to keep the public and those they're trying to take into custody safe.